welcome back to another episode of Tea-nage Wasteland. I am honestly not sure which episode number this is, but I guess by the time that you're watching this, I'll have checked it and have it in the title. So, whatever episode it may be, this week, well, I guess we don't do them weekly, but this episode I'm doing the Bigelow Salted Caramel. I actually had thought I did this one forever ago, but when I went back and checked, apparently I never did it. I think I meant to and just didn't get around to it, so I guess we're doing it today. So, I don't know why this makes me laugh, but on the little individual packets, it's Bigelow Salted Caramel Yummy Caramel Tea. That's literally part of the name of it. I find that kind of adorable. So, anyway, opening this up. I already have my heated water over here, but, there we are. So, just a standard little filter bag, but the smell of this, oh my gosh, guys. It smells exactly like a little cube of caramel. I am not even joking. It is so spot on. It's amazing. So I'm gonna put that in the water to steep. I actually put the water in for longer than I normally would, so it would stay hot while I'm talking during this review, so let's get that little filter bag all in there so it can be doing its thing while I talk. Although I may have to talk extra long so it has enough time to cool down. Because, yeah. Okay, so even once it's in the water, it still smells just so deliciously caramely. It is just amazing. This is one of the seasonal flavors that, basically you can only find at this part of the year in stores, although I've never personally seen it in a store. I bought it off of their website. And if you go to buy an individual flavor from their site, you have to buy a case. And a case has 6 boxes in it. I asked them if there was any way around this, and when I bought these, there was. Apparently, this option is no longer a thing on there, or if it is, it's hidden really well. But they had 2 different gift packs that had multiple various seasonal flavors, and between the 2 packs I was able to get all, I have a little thing here, all of the flavors for the seasonal flavors. So, a couple of them I have dupes of, but most of them I have just one of. But, yeah, apparently that's no longer a thing, and that makes me really sad, because I thought it was a really smart way of getting those, but what can you do? So I think at this point, you either gotta find them in the store, or buy a case, or head to Amazon. One of the above, so my hair is doing a weird thing. But yeah, so the back of this has some cute little autumnal leaves on it, just like the front does. And it just says, "We hope our tea delights you, the Bigelow family," which I think all of their teas have that on the back. But this one you steep for 4 minutes. And the ingredients are fairly simple. It's just black tea, natural flavors, soy lecithin, rose hips, and chicory root. So, interestingly, no caramel is listed there, but I think that's in with the natural flavors. But yeah, so let's see if there's anything special on this box that's out of the ordinary. They have the same family story they always have on it. Oh, it has the caffeine, caffeometer. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce this word, because they kind of invented a word. Caffeometer, content per serving. So, a cup of coffee has 100 to 120 milligrams of caffeine. Black tea, which this is, has 30 to 60. So this is like half the caffeine content of a cup of coffee. Green tea has about half of that. Decaf has barely any, and then there's herbal tea that has none whatsoever. So yeah, true story, decaf tea is actually not caffeine-free, believe it or not. There's just a very small, minimal amount in it. So yeah. You apparently can also make this as iced tea, but I don't feel like this flavor would really work as iced tea very well, so. Okay, so here we go. This is different on this side. Bigelow limited edition teas, salted caramel black tea. We're proud of our recipe. Enjoy this popular combination of sweet and salty, now in a teacup. Our all-natural blend of hand-picked black tea and succulent caramel with just a hint of salt flavor is the perfect treat. Add a splash of milk and a little sweetener for a sublime, guilt-free indulgence. You know, I actually have added both milk to it and sweetener. I've added them individually. I've even added just honey to it, and you know, I think I like it best just as is for this one. Although a little tiny touch of honey does make it even more convincingly caramelish, but yeah, usually I don't even feel the need to add that to it. It's just really good on its own. How long has this been steeping? About 3 minutes. I'll give it a little longer, but I will put my wrist against it because it's really cold today. That's why I'm doing this today. I thought we were all done with our hot weather, but apparently in the next few days it's going to heat back up randomly to 90. I was just starting to get used to the cold weather again, because it's been dipping down to about 50, and now in a matter of a couple days it's going to jump to 90. I'm like, really? Really right now? I can't even. So yeah, this is a perfect day to be doing a tea review. So I'm going to let this steep a little longer and cut back in just a minute when I think it's been long enough, and we will resume. Okay, so I went, and while I was waiting on this, I checked to see which episode this is. Apparently this is episode 6, so if I had just said it, I would have been right, apparently. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. I should have just said it. But anyway, I would have felt dumb if I had been wrong. But yeah, so this is steeped for long enough now. Hopefully it's not too hot to sip at this point, because I thought I gave it a little extra time to cool, but the mug itself is still really, really hot to where it's almost burning my hand. So I'm feeling it's going to be too hot, but we're going to find out, so. Oh no, it's okay. So, with this one, the taste of the tea itself, while you're actually sipping on it, very much has that black tea taste to it, but then you notice the flavoring in it when you hit the aftertaste, like, as you're swallowing it, I've noticed. So, I mean, it does have that bite that comes with black tea, that little bit of bitterness, but then it's followed by sweet, which I think is really cool. The part that I don't find anywhere in this, despite them claiming it's in there, is the salt part. I don't taste salt in this, which could be for better or worse, but they claim it's there, and I'm like, I don't taste salt. But, I mean, it does have a caramel aftertaste, which is really, really nice, and I like that a lot. And even without any sweetener or anything, like I said, I feel like this one almost doesn't need it, unless you're one of those people who just really isn't that into tea, but if it's sweet enough, you'll drink it. Like, if you're one of those people, yeah, you might want to add some sugar, some honey, or sweetener, whatever you choose to use in there. I mean, I've even known people who've put coffee creamer in them to sweeten them up. That might be one of my sisters does that. But, yeah, I mean, you can sweeten it with whatever you want, and it definitely does bring out the caramel notes in the flavor, but I feel like it almost makes them too prominent at that point. I mean, I'm not sitting here to eat caramel. I like the idea of having a caramel taste with the tea, but if I wanted to eat caramel, I would just go buy some caramel and eat it, you know? So, I mean, it is what it is. But the one thing that I really do notice in this big time, and I have to wonder if there's, like, such a thing as caramel extract, I don't know, but I have to wonder if there is somehow some amount of actual caramel in this, because it almost feels like it coats your tongue after you've been sipping on it for a while, kind of in that same feeling you get on your tongue after you've eaten some pieces of caramel, or even like sucked on a Werther's Original, anything like that. There's a very distinct feeling you get on your tongue after those, and I also get that same exact feeling when I drink this. So I feel like there actually does have to be some amount of caramel in this. That's why I said that it's probably in with the natural flavors they list on there. It's just kind of trippy to me, and it definitely adds that whole effect of this is definitely salted caramel. So, even the color of the tea itself is almost the color of caramel. Mine's darker now because I actually still have the bag in there, even though I'm not trying to steep it at this point, but it does look about that color of brown. So it all just adds up to a very nice flavor experience, I think. I think of the seasonal Bigelow ones, while my favorite will always be the pumpkin spice one that they do, I think this comes in for a very close second place as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've had some of the other ones, and some have been good, some have been not so good, some I haven't even ventured to try yet. Yes, I'm looking at you, the eggnog one. Eventually I'll try. I'm gonna make a point of doing it closer to Christmas, but yeah, some of them are better than others. I also really like the apple one. Let me look what it is real quick. If it's over here. I think it's right there. Yeah, the apple cider one is very nice, but I mean, there's another apple flavor that Bigelow does and sells year-round, and it basically just tastes like that to me, so I mean, I kind of expected that one would be good. But yeah, the other ones, they're kind of iffy, but they're all going to get their own reviews anyway. But this one I really do like, and I honestly didn't know when I got this if I was going to love this or hate this, because salted caramel, much like with lip balm, is kind of iffy when you try to use it as a flavor or a scent, because there's a very fine line of doing it correctly and then going overboard with it. And a lot of things do go overboard with it to where it's like, oh my god, I don't think even a little kid who loves sugary things would necessarily like this. It's too much. No, this is pretty nice. I think they could have even possibly gone a little bit sweeter still and totally still been fine with it. But yeah, this is very good. I like it. I've drank a lot of it. Let's see, how many are left in here now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of how many were there originally? 20. I just opened this not that long ago, so yeah, I like this one a lot. I highly recommend it to you guys. If I were going to rate this one, I think I would do, I'm trying to think if I want to give it 4 or 5 stars. If it were like my favorite one ever, I think I'd give it 5, but I still really, really like it, so I'm going to do 4. I think that's still fair. But yeah, if you can get your hands on this, totally do, because it's great, and I think just about anyone who enjoys drinking tea in general would probably enjoy this one. So anyway, that's about all I have to say on this one. So as usual, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, leave comments down below, and until next time, bye!